ॐ ज्ञानतिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरोः श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं श्रीकृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्णा करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांता राधा कांता नमोस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णा प्रेम प्रदायिने कृष्णाय कृष्णा चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। पञ्चतत्त्वात्मकं कृष्णं भक्तरूपस्वरूपकं भक्तावतारं भक्ताख्यं नमामि भक्तशक्तिकम्। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंदा श्री अद्वैता गदाधर शिवासदि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। जन्माद्यस्य यतोऽन्वयादितरतश्चार्थसुभिज्ञस्वराट् तेने ब्रह्महृदायादिकवये मुह्यन्ति यत्सूरयः। तेजो वारिमृदां यथा विनिमयो यत्र त्रिसर्गो मृषा धाम्ना स्वेन सदा निरस्तकुहकं सत्यं परं धीमहि। नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। स्वस्ति अस्तु विश्वस्य खलः प्रसीदतां ध्यायन्तु भूतानि शिवं मिथो धिया। मनश्च भद्रं भजतादधोक्षजे आवेश्यतां नो मतिरप्यहेतुकी। Reading from Śrīmad-Bhāgavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 15, verse number 20. 20. So in the previous verses of this chapter we read Krishna's tending of the cows and how he was relishing his new seva of looking after the cows, after the calves, and how he was enjoying Vrindavan, the beauty of Vrindavan, and playing with his friends. So now Sri Sukadeva Goswami, he describes killing of Dhenukasura. So that's what is the next story coming up. So Sridama Nama Gopalo Rama Keshavayoho Sakha Subalastoka Krishnabdya Gopaha Premna Idam Abbravan. So there was a Gopal cowherd boy named Sridama, who was very dear friend of Balaram and Krishna. And then there were other friends like Subal, Stok Krishna and so on. So all these things in a very loving manner they approached Krishna Balaram and spoke as follows. So what is being described now, that's what they said. Isha chestitam eva darshetum Sridama iti premna iti Krishna Ramo eva swavyajena talphalani bhojetum. So in the previous sloka, this word was used, Isha chestitam, that it was said that Krishna, his Aishwarya or his majesty was hidden by his Yoga Maya, and he was just playing like a cowherd boy. So Gopatma Jatvam. And in the last sentence it was said that Gramvyad is a chestitam. That he was playing with these boys from village like a village person, although he has all the opulence and his feet are worshipped by Lakshmiji. So now this word is chestita, why it was said there? Because it is a hint that the next description is where he will show some part of his majesty. So that's why it is mentioned there. So that is being described here. Here in this sloka it is said that Subal, Stok Krishna, Sridama, they spoke to Krishna and Balaram out of love, premna. Premna idam abravit. So Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he is commenting on this word premna, because what they are going to say now is that they will request them that they want to eat these tala fruits from Talavan, the forest where there are palm trees. So he says that Premna iti Krishna Ramo eva swavyajena talfulani bhojetum. So these friends, they used to gather fruits from the forest for Krishna and Balaram for their pleasure. But they were not able to go to this Talavan, the forest of palms, because this Dhenukasura was living there in the form of a donkey, and he was very dangerous, so he did not allow anyone to go there. But they wanted that Krishna and Balaram should also taste these palm fruits. But they did not tell them this directly, that we should go there and we should eat those fruits, because they could refuse, that no, we are not interested. So they will say that we want to have the taste of these fruits, so let's go. But they actually want Krishna and Balaram to taste it. So these are the dealings of prema, that they want Krishna and Balaram to eat the fruits, but if they tell Krishna and Balaram that we should go there because we should enjoy these fruits, then they may refuse. So they say that we want to eat the fruits. And if they say like this, then Krishna and Balaram would not refuse, because they love them. Because in love, you want to please the object of your love. So Krishna and Balaram would do something to please their friends, and this way they would please Krishna and Balaram, so that they will have the opportunity to taste these fruits. So this is how love dealings work. When you read the story, it would appear that these boys are selfish, they want to eat, and they are going to put Krishna and Balaram in trouble for their own enjoyment, because they know that the Dhenukasura is dangerous. So how is that if they love them, they are going to put them into trouble like that for their own enjoyment? But actually they want that Krishna and Balaram enjoy the fruits, and that's why they will approach them. So this is what he is commenting here, that Swavyajena talfalani bhojetum, that on the pretext that we want to eat the fruits, they want them to taste it. So that's what they said. Rama Rama Mahabaho Krishna Dushta Nibarhana Ito Vidure Sumahadvanam Talali Sankulam Falani Tatra Bhurini Patanti Patitani Cha Santi Kintu Avaruddhani Dhenukena Duratmana. So that said that, O Balram, who has mighty arms, Mahabaho, O Krishna, the killer of the wicked people, not far from here there is a great forest which has rows of palm trees, Talali Sankulam, and there are very many fruits there which are falling down from the trees and have already fallen down, Patitani Patanticha. But they are all protected by this wicked Dhenuka. So he does not allow anyone to eat them. So this is how the wicked people are, that they just want to enjoy themselves and they don't like that others enjoy. So sadhu is one who wants to distribute to everyone, feels happy when others are happy, and asura is happy just by enjoying one's own, gratifying one's own senses. So therefore it's called Duratma. So means who is a wicked person, and Mahatma is opposite of that. So ito Govardhanad Avidure, so not very far from here, that is from Govardhana, Krosha Chatushtayantare Tarafara iti Talasi iti Khyata Pradesh Gatam Vanam. So just about 4 krosas from here. 1 krosa is 2 miles. That's not considered as very far. In the olden days people used to walk around, so if you are walking in the forest, few miles is not a big deal. So he says that this area is called Tarafara or Talasi, and there is the Talavan. So asti Talvanam nama Dhenuka Surarakshitam Mathura Pashime Bhage Adurade Kayojanam iti Varahokte. So in Varaha Puran there is a statement that there is this Talavan, the forest of palm trees, which is guarded by Dhenukasura, and it's on the west side of Mathura, and Aduradeka Yojanam, it's not far, it's about 1 yojana, which is also considered around 8 miles. So Pashchime Pashchad Bhave Bhage iti Nairit Kone. So Paschima here is not exactly the west side, but it says on the what you call as south west, Nairit Kone. So iti vyakhyam tatraiva tad darshanat. Why we say like this? Because at present it is seen to be like that. It is not exact west of Mathura, but you also have to go to south of Mathura from there. So west south. Talanam ali bhir vyaptam. So there are rows of palm trees. Sleshena talanam ali varnatvena ati swadu jatiyatvam dhvanitam. The word ali means row, talanam ali talali. It can also means Ali. Ali means the bumblebee, blackish in color. So by pun it can indicate that it has got fruits which are of the color of the bumblebee, means blackish in color, which means they are ripe fruits and thus very sweet. So that's what it describes. But the problem is that you cannot have these fruits. So what is there in the forest? The fruits, flower, anybody can go and take. These days there is a forest department, so they protect it. In the olden days there was no forest department. Dhenuka was the forest department. So he would not allow. So he says that Kintu dhenukena avruddhani vashikritani. But they are under the control of Dhenukasura. He is the boss there and no one can enter. Atayeva he Rama tamahasattva pariksha. Therefore, O Rama. So Rama here means Balaram. Balaram means who is having a lot of bala, strength. So he says, Balaram, now it is the test of your strength. Let's see how much strength you have. So it is his Mahasattva Pariksha. So test of your strength. Hey Krishna, Tavapi Dushta Nirbharanatva Pariksha. And O Krishna, Krishna means one who pulls. So pulling is attracting. So means pulling the Rakshasas, Asuras, Karshan. So Karshati, Asuraniti Krishna. So he says this is also your test, that you are very good in killing Aghasura, Bakasura, and this Putana, Vyomasura, Trinavarta. So now let's see how you do now with this Dhenuka. So Adya Kartavya, so today we must go there. So Bhavoyam, so the sense is this, because doubt obviously can come that how can they put Krishna and Balaram into trouble like this? If they really love them, then you don't want them that they go and fight with some asura. So he says, Tayoho sakhya bhavena balishtatva jnanat na premna vruddhyate. So because these cowherd people, they have sakhya bhav, they have friendly relationship with Krishna and Balaram. And they know their strength because they are always wrestling with them. So they know that they are very strong. So therefore it is not against the principle of love. Otherwise you do not want to put your beloved in some troublesome situation. Nobody likes that. So pratyut virarasa utsaho uddipanatvena sanruddhyate evaiti gyan. So therefore this is actually increasing their love. It is nourishing their love because this is an excitant, uddipana vibhav for the vira rasa, for the rasa of chivalry. Because when you have to fight, you need a strong opponent. So they are increasing the rasa of Krishna and Balaram by speaking of Dhenukasura, so that they get excited, then they will fight and they will enjoy it. So this is to give them also the taste of Virarasa. Soti viryo suro Rama he Krishna khararupa dhrik atmatulya balairanyai jati bhir bahubhir vrita. So it's
he's saying here that Talanam Ali अभिव्याप्तं श्लेषेण तालानाम् अलिवर्णत्वेन अति स्वादु jatitvam iti dhvanitam. So because the tal fruits are of the varna of the color of the alis or the bhoras, so they are ati swadu. This is being ये ध्वनित हो रहा है. तो क्या रिलेशन है उनका? अगर वो भौरे के रंग के हैं जो ताल फल हैं, तो उनका स्वादु होने से क्या रिलेशन है?
Have you seen jamun?
Yes.
How does it look when it is ripe?
Yeah, like dark.
So if I say like that, then the jamun are very dark. What does it imply? That means it's ripe. It will be tasty. So tal fruit also is dark in color when it is ripe. So that is implied. If it is not ripe, it will be greenish in color.
But not all the fruits become dark in color when they are ripe.
But it's not talking about all fruits, Baba. If I say
Tal
about jamun,
fruit.
that's
Okay.
why I said jamun.
Okay.
I did not say apple or tomato.
Okay. So tal fruit becomes dark in color when it is ripe.
It's like mango becomes yellow.
Okay.
So different fruits become different color when they are ripe.
Okay.
So tal fruit becomes black. जामुन खाओ ना, अभी जामुन का मौसम आने वाला है.
आ चुका है.
आगे?
जामुन आ गए मार्केट.
So they are dark in color. आली वर्ण, आली काली. Okay. So he says that Swati Viryasuro Rama, Hey Krishna Khare Rupa Dhrik. So they are now speaking about Dhenuka, describing his strength. So this is to excite the Virarasa in Krishna and Balaram. So he says that he is very powerful, this Asura, Ati Virya, Ram and Krishna, and he is not living there in the form of a human being, but of a donkey, Khara Rupa Dhrita. So Atma Tulya Balai. So is he alone? If he is alone, why both of us have to go? One of us can go and finish him off. He says no, he has got many relatives, donkey family, and they are all equally powerful. Atma Tulya Balai Rami Gyati Bhir Bahubhir Vata. So he is not alone. He has got dozens of other relatives hanging around him. All look like donkeys. So Ati Virya Tyadina Tayo Parakrama Uttejanam. So they are speaking this to excite their feeling of Parakrama. Parakrama means chivalry. Tasmat Kritanara Ahara Bhitainibhiramitrahan न सेव्यते पशुगणै पक्षी संघैर्विवर्जितं विद्यन्ते भुक्तपूर्वाणि फलानि सुरभीनि च एष वै सुरभिर्गन्धो विशुचिनो गृह्यते. So he says that therefore this Asura, he lives there. Although generally donkeys they don't eat meat. But he says he is Krita Nara Ahara. He eats human. He is a cannibal. And therefore no human beings go there afraid of him. So Krita Nara Ahara, the Bhitair Niribhir. So the human beings are scared of him because he can make lunch out of them. Right? So once one priest was in some African country, he went on a preaching mission. He was passing, he saw a lion. So when he saw a lion, then he got scared. He says, now I'm finished. He's going to eat me. So he started praying. So when he started praying, the lion also started praying. So the priest was utterly surprised. He says, wow, my prayer has worked. Look, the lion is going on the ground. So he praised the lion and he said, I'm so happy to see you that you are praying. He says, I am also very happy. He says, that's why I am praying. So he said, why are you praying? Lion asked that, why are you praying? He says, I am praying to God so that I be protected. And he listened to my prayer. So he asked, but why were you praying, lion? He says, I am praying because God has sent my lunch. So before I eat, I say my prayers. So he says that Krita Nararad Bhitair Nibhi. So the human beings were very much afraid of him because he would eat them. So Amitrahan, so that is the address to Krishna, that you kill those who are not friendly. So therefore this forest is not visited by animals, Pashuganai, cows, deers or even forest animals, they are all scared of him. Not only that, but even the birds don't go there. Even birds are scared of this guy. Pakshi Sanghair Vivarjitam. Vidyante Abhukta Purvani Falani Surbhini. And therefore there are many, many very ripe and fragrant fruits there which are not eaten by anybody. Nobody eats them because he does not allow. And you see this nice fragrance is coming. It's coming from there. So Esha Vai Surbhir Gandho Vishuchino Avigrahiyat. You can see this all pervading fragrance. This is coming from these tal fruits. So there are so many and ripe. The wind is bringing them. Fragrance here. So avyoragre tasya tadiyanam cha ativirya kapuspaymanam bhavishyati iti chet tarhi chalatam tatratya naran nirbhayan tan tal bhojinascha datti smadishisha yushmadasisha kuruta ityahutas. So when they spoke the prowess of this asura in the previous sloka, then Krishna and Balrama, if they said, what are you talking? He is nothing in front of us. Because Virras is like that. Virras does not mean yes, he is very powerful. He says, oh, forget it. So he is nothing. He is Kapushpaiman. You know Kapuspa. So sky flower means which doesn't exist. He says his strength is nothing in front of us. He will become. So tarhi chalata tatratyan naran nirbhayan tan tal bhojan. Therefore, then let's go there, if you think like this, and make all the people fearless from these asuras, and let everybody enjoy the tala fruit, the palm fruits. And this way, Datta Yusmabhi Yushmad Ashishasya, then they will all bless you. So therefore they speak this verse. So nanu kasyam dishi tadvanam tadbruta itiyahu. So now if someone asks that, okay, in which direction is that forest? So then they are indicating by the fragrance that you see the fragrance coming, this is coming from that. So that is the direction of the fruits. Because you cannot see the forest, but although you don't see it, you can smell it. If something is beyond the wall, you don't see, but fragrance can still come. So Esha Vai Kurutam Ityahu. एष वै गंध भाद्रमासीय प्राच्य समीरणेन आनीत इति भाव. So it seems it was the month of Bhadra, which will come now. Is Ashad going on, then Shravan, then Bhadra comes. So this is that month which will come September. So he says that at that time, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, the wind comes from the eastern side. So he says this fragrance is coming from there. Purva.
The Sandhi of this Maharaj, it is Chet Tarhi Chalanam Tatratyan Naran Anirbhayan. So this Tatratyan would means one who are residing there.
Okay. Nirbhayan, not Anirbhayan. Nirbhayan karo. Make them fearless.
Nirbhayan.
Prayachyatani na Krishna gandhalobhita chetasam vanchasti mahati rama gamyatam yadi rochate. So now they are saying that, O Balram, our mind is very much attracted by this fragrance. We are very greedy to taste the fruits. Right? If you see smell of fruits which you like, then your sanskara of the taste gets excited. Right? You smell some nice bread or cake or chocolate has smell, I don't know, but at least bread or cake. So you smell it and then your mouth starts watering. Pavlov experiment was like that with dogs. So he says that gandha lobhita chetasam, that because of the fragrance our chetas, our mind is very greedy for eating those fruits. So please allow us, give us. Prayacha means give. Danayacha, dhatu came. So vanchasti mahati, we have great desire to enjoy these fruits of Rama. Gamyatam yadi rochte. So if you like, let's go. Why delay? So no asmabhyam prayachya yato asmakam vanchasti. So please give us those fruits. So give us those fruits, not that Balaram is having fruits, but kill the asura. That's the way to give us the fruits. And we very much want it. Evam sruhad vacha shrutva shrihat priya chakirshaya prahasya jagmatur gopai vritau talavanam prabhu. So in this way, two brothers Krishna and Balram, after hearing the words of their friends Shruhit Vacha, and to please them, Shruhit Priya Chikirshaya, with the intention to please them, while smiling, while laughing, they went there, being surrounded by the cowherd boys. So they went to the Talvan. They arrived there. So prahasya iti aho gardhabhopi evam bali iti asambhavyatvat mrisha eva brute iti bhava. So why were they laughing? So they were laughing that how is it possible that one donkey can be so powerful? You are saying donkey. Says we have never seen donkey so powerful. What happened? So maybe these boys are just telling lies. So let's go and find out whether it is true or there is some false statement in it. So Balaha pravishya bahubhyam talan samparikampayan falani pataya masa matangaja eva ojasa. So what did Balaram do? That he went there and with his strong arms he started shaking the palm trees like if there was a big storm. So Bala pravishya bahubhyam talan samparikampayan. And then the fruits started falling. So when the fruits are ripe and you shake the tree, then the fruits fall down. Then children pick up. That's how children do. They shake the branches with a stick or something. Fruits fall down and eat. So matanga jaiva ojasa. So he was just like an elephant shaking the tree with his strength. That's how he was shaking. So there is no comment on this. Phalanam pattam shabdam nisamya asurasabha abhyadhavat kshititalam sanagam parikampayan. So when the fruits were falling down, they made sound because palm tree is high and the fruits are falling on the ground and he is shaking them very vigorously. So they started falling down and that was making a sound. So Dhenukasura, he heard the sound, and when he heard the sound he understood that somebody has entered his territory and he did not like that. So he was also looking for a match, because for a long time if you don't get someone to fight with you, your bodily limbs start itching. So therefore he came running, abhyadhavat. So sartar javarthasya dhav. Sri dhatu becomes dhav when you move quick. So this is the abhyadhavat. So kshititalam sanagam parikampyan. When he was running, he was very powerful. He was shaking the earth along with the mountains. That was his strength. So sanagam kul parvatairapi sahitam. So sanagam means along with the mountains. The earth was shaking. So sametya tarsha pratyag dvabhyam padbhyam balam bali nihatya ursi ka shabdam munchan pariyasarat khala. So what did he do? He came near to Balaram, sametya tarsa, and with great speed, came with a great speed. And donkeys are very good at kicking from their hind legs. So never stand on the back side of a donkey, because they can give you a strong kick and their kick is really powerful. Can break your bones, can even kill you. So he came and with very big speed with his left or his hind legs, he kicked Balaram on his chest. And after kicking, he made the big hoo-ha sound. Seen donkey making that hoo-ha sound? So Kashabdam, Munchan, and then he ran around because he was so happy that he kicked him. He says, now this guy is finished. So he came running and he kicked him and then he ran around out of happiness. But that did not last very long. So Bali Khala, so Khala means this wicked person or wicked donkey who was very powerful. He kicked Balaram with the hind legs. So Pratyak Dvabhyam, Paschimabhyam Dvabhyam. So Pratyak Dvabhyam means the hind two legs. Ka shabdam iti gardhab shabdanukaranam, and ka shabd means the sound of a donkey, and pariyasarat parito dhavat, and then ran wildly. Sometimes you have seen the horses running like that. If the horse is tied for a long time, you release him, then he will run left and right aimlessly. It's just that there is so much strength, they need to run. So now he did not stop there. He came again. Punarasadya samrabdha upkroshta parakastitah charnau aparau rajan balaya prakshipadrusha. So he came again in a very angry mood and stood in front of Balaram, but not face to face, but putting his back to Balaram, because that's how they cannot kick from the front legs. The only way donkey can fight is from his back legs. Front, he doesn't have horn. With head, what is he going to do? Of course they can bite you, but their strength is more in their kicks. So therefore he came parakstita and charnau aparau rajan balaya prakshipadrusha, and in a very angry mood he threw or he kicked with his two legs again. Sanrabdha kopi upkroshta nikateva kashabda kurvan parak prishthikritya sthita. Sanrabdha means in anger, and upkroshta is just another word used for the donkey. So in a very nearby he made the sound. While making the sound, he kicked him. Parak prishthikritya means putting his back towards him. So of course that was the end of him. He got two chances. Second time he was not able to really hit. He threw his legs to kick, and Balaram caught the legs. Now if you catch the leg of a donkey, then he is on two legs, can't do anything, cannot walk. So satam grihitva prapador bhramitva ekapanina chikshepa trina rajagre brahmana tyakta jivitam. So what did Balaram do? Balaram was also expert. So he caught hold of his legs, or caught hold of him by the legs, gritva prapado, and then holding the leg, he started rotating him. Like you can tie a piece of stone to a rope and then rotate that. So in the villages, people used to do that. They have a special trick, because when there is a crop, the birds come and they eat the crops or fruits. If you have fruit trees, they eat the fruits. So how to chase them away? So we have to have a long rope, and there is a way they make it in a special way that you can actually put a stone piece there and it will stick in it. You have two sides and then you rotate it and then you release one of it, and then the stone goes very far away, and then the birds, they fly away. You see the stone coming. So Balarama was doing like that. He caught hold of the leg and he rotated. He kept on rotating till he died. He did not kill him by throwing on the ground or anything. He just killed him just by the centrifugal force. You know centrifugal force?
Yes.
So yeah.
MV square by R.
MV square, I don't know the formula, I don't only remember the name. So centrifugal force is which goes out, centripetal comes inside, So the force was so strong that the life air could not stay inside. So he died. Yeah, that's why it says Brahmana Tyakta Jivitam. That he lost his life simply by the rotation. If you have a bottle of water and you open it and you rotate it, all the water will go out. So air can also go out. So his life air went out simply by rotation. And then when he saw that, because till the time he was not dead, he was probably making sound. Of course, he could not say, stop, help me, this, that. He was only making he, who sound, whatever. So then when he realized that no more sound is coming, then he threw him on top of the tree like a fruit. So Chikshepa. So Trina Raja Agre. So he threw him on top of the palm tree. So tam dhenukam prapadaho padayor agrabhage tirtha. So he caught the donkey with the feet, the front part of the feet. Trinraja sthala. The word Trinraja means the palm tree. Tena ahato mahatalo. अब क्या हो गया?
In the commentary on 31st verse, he says Sanbrabdha Koapi Upkroshta. So this Koapi refers to ki someone else came other than him, or
Baba angry. Kopo asti asya iti kopin.
oh, here it is Ko-api, not Kopi.
Okay, in mine it is kopi.
Here it is
Kopi.
Ko and then
Okay. Well, maybe there, because Sanrabdha means angry and Kopa is anger, so Kopi, maybe printing mistake.
Okay.
Because Kopi doesn't make any sense there.
Yeah. Okay. And in the previous 29th one was Sanagam Kul Parvata. So Kul Parvat would mean?
There is mountains called Kul Parvata. You can read the 5th canto, Bhāgavatam. They are called Kul Parvata. So tenahato mahatalo vepamano mahachiraha parshvastham kampen bhagna sachanyam sopi chaparam. So now what happened, that when he threw him on the palm tree, so this big palm tree, they were hit by his body, and he had a big head, Mahachira. So Vepamana, so they were shaking. The trees were shaking. And Parshvastham Kampayan Bhagna Sacha Anyam Sopi Chaparam. So then while shaking it broke down, and when it broke down it fell to the side and it broke another one, and that broke another one. So what is it called, that effect?
Domino effect.
Domino effect. So there was a domino effect, because tall trees are straight, so they start collapsing like that. The cards, they put the cards like that. So the trees were collapsing like a domino effect. No commentary on this. Balasya liliyot srishta khar deha hata hataha talasya kampire sarve mahavate ritaiva. So when this asura was thrown onto the palm tree in a very playful manner by Balram, so then what happened, that all these trees, they got hit by the body of the Dhenuka, and then they started shaking and falling down. So they were shaking just like if the big storm has come. Mahavati Ritaiva Sarve Chakampire. They all shook like that. Utsrishtena Khardehena Hatai Stalai Rahata Praptanata. So Utsrishta means being thrown or released by the body of the Khara, the donkey. They got hit and then they were hitting each other and falling down, shaking. Nayetachitram Bhagavati hi anante jagdishware otaprotamidam yasmin tantu shwangam yathapataha. So this certainly is not very surprising for Balram, who is Bhagavan, who is Ananta, unlimited, the ruler of the universe, Jagdishwara. Otaprotam idam yasmin tantushu anga yathapata. Because this whole universe is in him, just like the cloth is in the thread. So you see, Nayayikas are right. Bhagavatam agrees to. So threads are in cloth or cloth is in thread? Daoji.
That's the question.
Is it that the threads are in a cloth, like you have your shirt? So is the shirt in the thread or thread in the shirt?
Thread in the shirt.
So Bhagavatam says other way around. Better note it. So it says that the shirt is in the thread. Okay? So this is Nyaya also says like that. Because shirt is coming in existence later, the thread or before. Shirt is the child of the thread. So therefore shirt is in the thread, not that the threads are in the shirt. Although common people will say, speak like this, that thread in the shirt. But philosophers speak other way around. So you see, Sukadeva Goswami also knows philosophy. So he says, Yatha patah tantushu. So just like the cloth is in the thread, like that, all this universe is in Balram. Because Balram is before, universe comes later. So Ota Prota. Ota Prota means crisscross, lengthwise, widthwise.
Yeah, horizontal, vertical and horizontal.
So Vishwam Otam Agratantushu Pataiva Grathitam Protam Tiryak Tantushu Patvadeva Grathitam Sarvato Anushutam Bhartate. So this universe, like Ota, Agratantu, the front thread, and Grathitam, Pataiva Grathitam, as they are in the cloth, the cloth is in them, Grathitam, Protam, Triyak, Tantushu, and then the breath-wise, Patvadeva Grathitam, like that the universe exists in him. Tataha Krishnam cha Ramam cha Jatyo Dhenukasya ye Koshtaro Bhyadravan Sarve Samrabdha Hatbandhava. So then what happened? That then the relatives of Dhenukasya Gyatayo. So they became very angry when they saw that their chief has been killed. So Hata Bandhava, these all other donkeys whose relative has been killed, so they all became very angry and they came running towards Balram and Krishna. Krishnam cha Ramam cha. So tan stanapa apatatah Krishno Ramascha Nripalilaya Grihita Paschacharnan Prahinot Truna Rajasu. So when they were attacking them, then Krishna and Balram did the same thing in a very playful manner. They just catch their hind leg, rotate them and throw onto the trees. And this way they killed all of them. So sarartha darshani he nirva. Phala prakara sankirnam दैत्य देहैर्गता सुभी rarajabhusatalagrair ghanairvanabhastalam. So then what happened? They killed all of them. So the whole earth, land there, it was strewn with fruits, phala prakirna sankirna, and also with the dead bodies of these asuras, daityas. Rarajabhusatalagrair ghanairiva nabhastalam. So the earth appeared like there are clouds in the sky. And that's how it appeared. So fal prakara sankirnam yatha syat tatha bhuraraja. The earth or the land appeared beautiful with all the fruits fallen on it. Kai daitya dehi nirbhinna talagra sahitai. So, and also there were the bodies of the daityas and the branches or the top of the tala trees, palm trees. Tesham svata syamatvat ridhirokshitatvacha ghanai. So the fruits, they were blackish in color and there was blood from the body. So it appeared like blackish cloud with some reddish tint in them. Tair nabhastalam eva talam swarupa adharayo iti vishwa. So it appeared like that. Tato tayostatsu mahat karma nishamya vibhudadaya mumuchu pushpa varshani chakru vadyan tushta. So then the devas, when they saw this wonderful act of Krishna and Balram, so they came there and they showered flowers. So pushpa varshani mumuchu chakru vadyani tushtavu, and they sang or they played on musical instrument and praised Krishna and Balram. So one more sloka, then we'll stop. Atal phalani adan manushyagat sadvasha trinam cha pasvaischeru hata dhenuka kanane. So now when this asura was killed in the forest, then people came and they were gat sadvasha, they became fearless and they ate the fruits, and the animals, they grazed grass. Trinam cha pasva cheru hata dhenuka kanane. Manushya's tatra tya pulindade eva netu gopala adan. So Manushya, the human beings who ate the fruits, these are the people of the forest, Pulinda, etc., and not the cowherd people. They did not eat. Why is that? Gardhava raktokshitattvena phaleshu ghanatopatti. Because these fruits, they were smeared with the blood of the asuras, so they didn't want to eat that. So only these forest people they ate. So this is liberation of Dhenukasura. We'll stop here.
So I have a question.
Why is in this particular case it's Balaram rather than Krishna that kills the Dhenu Kasura demon?
What is the problem with that? Any problem?
Well, Dhenukasura is the demon standing for duplicity, and only Guru Tattva can remove duplicity from the heart.
Okay.
That's the explanation I heard.
So that's good. So you know the answer.
I was surprised by the last verse here, because I thought that initially the boys, they wanted to eat or feed these fruits, offer them to Krishna and Balaram, but now they were smeared with blood and So so this would mean that they couldn't eat them, or?
Yeah, but you can come next day and then eat fresh from the tree. No, Dhenuka is gone.
But it will take some time until these bodies are decomposed and everything is cleaned up.
Body is not under every tree, it's a big forest.
Okay.
You can go to the other side, or maybe they went to the other side and ate there. He's only talking about the fruits there.
Yeah, I was just wondering because so many trees fell down. It also said wondering.
Yeah, so it's a big forest. Now
Okay.
they are free to eat.
No problem. Okay, so it's not that they didn't achieve their purpose. They had their
Achieved.
lila, and it's just a description of some.
They got the fruits.
Okay. Safalam.
In one of the verses of Mana Shiksha, Raghunath Das Goswami compares duplicity to donkey urine.
Yeah.
So, on the basis of this, says this is only can be removed by Guru Tattva Balaram Nityananda.
Okay. And how Balram is the Guru Tattva?
Huh?
How Balram is Guru Tattva?
Adi Guru.
No, that's why I'm asking. Can you give me some reference somewhere that he is Adi Guru? And to whom did he teach? अरे छोड़ यार चैतन्य उससे पूछने देना. Yeah, tell me. How Balram is Adi Guru? Chaitanya Charitamrita came later. Where is it mentioned that Balram is Adi Guru?
It's in, I don't know which chapter of Chaitanya Charitamrita, but somewhere there.
So whom did he teach? Must teach somebody, otherwise how can you be a mother without a son or daughter? How can you be Guru without a disciple?
I only know about Nityananda. Mahaprabhu sent
What
him
was
to-
Duryodhan?
Very good. And what did he teach in Bhagavad Gita?
No, that
So
he is fighting. So I
so
think
then-
he is Guru for fighting.
And Dronacharya is also there. So what is so special that you taught him club?
Duryodhan, yeah. He taught Duryodhan to fight with the club.
No. But Dronacharya also taught Duryodhan how to fight with bow and arrow. And also club. Don't think that Duryodhan was not taught by Dronacharya. He went for special training to him. So think about it. You see, the thing is that people just talk this Adi Guru, that Adi Guru. You should also think, how is he Adi Guru? And whom did he teach?
I never thought about it. I just-
Yeah, but people don't think and they go on propagating this.
Okay, good.
So we always hear Krishnam Brande Jagat Gurum. Right?
Yeah.
Krishna is the Guru. He is
Yeah.
the Jagat Guru. It is there in Bhāgavatam. Everywhere Krishna is teaching Bhagavad Gita. He is taught to Uddhava. So how is Balaram becoming Adi Guru then? This is my question to you.
Okay, let me go home and do my homework.
Yes.
Isn't it mentioned somewhere in the Bhāgavatam that also
Bhaiya,
Mike.
bring some reference. Don't say this and that. When you ask me question, I give you reference. Now I'm asking you, give me reference.
I'll search for
Yes.
So, Babaji, I have a question. Is related to the form of asuras. They choose their form according to their will. It's just by preference. It's not. Okay.
If you do some act like this, what he is doing, you become a donkey. That's the meaning.